What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's good? Wednesday, Monday night. Fuck it. I don't know what day it is. Fuck, who cares? It doesn't really matter, does it? Not to me. But real quick, I got to read this bullshit under Title 17 USC, Section 107. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Real clear. And while we're on that streak, dun 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 dun, tonight, as like every night, the show is brought to you by Grassroots KC. Grassroots KC should be your only stop online or in person to get the best product on the market, baby. Nothing but the best. And once again, I've said it before, I say it again, 110% money back guarantee, no problem, no questions asked. And you know what? No one's ever had to use it. So that says something right there, in my opinion. And aside from that, you can save you some green on some green. All right. Use code MAX10 right there at the bottom of that screen. See that scrolling down there? Just like it says subscribe and like, etc., etc. It's what you do. Save yourself some money. And you know what? Who wouldn't want to save money? With rising costs of everything, saving money is pretty important, I think. We're going to get into some things. We're going to take a look at the score. Last I checked, it was, 21-14 in favor of the Ravens, which I picked. And basically, regardless of whether the Ravens win or lose tonight, doesn't really make much difference. If they win, I'm at 11.3 wins in the first 3 weeks. If they lose, I'm at exactly 11 wins for the first 3 weeks. Either way, if I'm banging out 11 wins, which is short of what I was doing last year and the year before, and like I said, since I think I've been doing this since I got on YouTube and started talking about sports cars, but for the last 3 years. Now, hold on. My math's fucked up. What year is it? It's 2025. I got hurt in 2023. So July 2023, when I first had my original channel, started doing it was pretty popular. So yeah, 2 years, a little over 2 years. And like I said, I'm usually right there, 12, 13 winners a week. The average person, even a professional individual that's just picking money line wise, straight up who's going to win the game, who's going to lose, you're looking at about 66% is going to be the average. I'm sitting right now right at 70%. And like I said, obviously, if we're playing 16 games minus any bye weeks, we'll call it 16 games. To be at 75%, you've got to win 12 games. So nearly 10% above what the average consumer and your normal analyst is going to do in way of picking who's going to win. I don't care about the over under. I don't care about the spread, because all that can, even technically the money line, the winner, it could be manipulated, but you have a better chance of picking someone to win as opposed to by how much and whether or not that bet's gonna hit. But as always, I'm not trying to encourage you to gamble on anything. That's not my thing. It's not what I do. I don't gamble. I don't really care for it. Have I ever gambled? Yeah, of course I have. Who hasn't? And the adult that I know, for the most part, minus the Amish, and that's not a knock against them, I'm just saying, it's just one of those things that I don't do. It's not for me. And that's okay. I'd rather save my money and gamble in other ways, like, I don't know, buy me some sports cards or some memorabilia. I like doing that. That's fun for me. That's good for me. It's good. It's safe. It's honest. There's a whole lot worse things out there that you could be doing. You know what I'm saying? You could be out there at the bar. You could be out there at your dope man's house. Right now, Looks like we got the fourth quarter, 12:53 left. I'm about to share the screen and put the drive log on. And might just put the game on so I can see what we got going on here. Who's doing what? You know what I'm saying? Who's doing what? Right now we got the lines up, and that's okay. Ravens have the ball. We got a lot of time left in this game. So far, neither defense has really been able to do anything in way of stopping either team. So I'm about to put it on here. I appreciate everybody, all you out there, wherever you may be tuning in from, on whatever platform you might be watching. I appreciate you. And it means a lot to me. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And it's an open panel show. It'll take me a second. Hey, homie, you check the video. Yeah, man, I'm not into, this is more to me like therapy. So I'm not tired of streaming to zero, and I don't really do it for anything more than the fact that, like I said, I'm here based on circumstance, not based on need or want necessarily, though I want to be able to be social. However, social and media don't necessarily jive all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult to get it to work. It's not simple. I'm about to share it here with everybody so we could all see. I'll move myself. I'm going to figure out where to move myself, though. That's key. It's getting that right layout. And you know what? Technically, I could edit some of the layouts out. I can make a new layout. I can make a totally new layout. Completely new layout. I don't know, though. I don't know if I want to do that. I'll just leave it alone right now. As you can see, 21-28. I'm not watching the game currently, so you'll have to bear with me for a second. And I'll put it on. I know that it's been a wild ride here lately for a lot of folks, a lot of people going through a lot of emotions, a lot of people getting abused in ways that they may not understand that is relevant to their emotion. So you gotta be able to differentiate the real from the fake, the right from the wrong. And like I said, all the spin doctors and the talking heads out there, you can listen to them if you want, but what they're telling you doesn't make it truth. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's being said doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's accurate. It doesn't even mean it's real. I'm simply putting that out there because there's a lot of information. Rather, there's a lot of misinformation, to be honest with you, about a lot of different things. It looks like the Ravens did a little bit of scoring, got a field goal out of that one. We got a 4-point game, 1 possession game. You could see for yourself the stats here. And like I said, it's been a good game. I predicted it would be. I also got my money, like I said, on the Ravens. I feel like Lamar could do it along with the array of weaponry that he has on his side. So I'm confident in my pick. Just like I was confident about the Eagles yesterday. I wasn't worried about it. I knew that as good as Stafford and the Rams and McVay are, as talented as they are, with as much as they're capable of doing, they also had the same capability of completely falling the fuck apart and eating shit and not looking good in the process. So, what are you gonna do? Excuse me as I vape. I don't condone that either, but you know what? There's worse vices to have. I'm telling you folks, live your best life while you're here. You only got one of them. I haven't been on since, I don't know, last week. I've been dealing with a lot of discomfort and pain in the legs, and I haven't slept actually. I was on. My wife told me that I was awful yesterday. I couldn't believe she said that, but she was right. I was in a horrible mood, and it's because of pain, and lack of sleep, which is what I'm used to at this point. Actually, I'm not used to it. I don't think that's anything that you could ever really get used to, is not having sleep or enough sleep. And after, you know, 2.5+ years, going on 3 years, it starts to get to somebody. I don't care who you are. Then being in solitary isolation all day, every day, and talking to a dog. Ah, anyway, here, we're back. Lions with the ball first and 10. Fred VanVleet with the Rockets. Going to be out. I would find it hard to believe that he makes it back this season, simply because, well, that injury, ACL wise, is something that generally takes with rehab properly, and assuming everything goes well, you don't get the same piece of shit doctor that I had. No good cocksucker. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. No good piece of shit cocksucker is what I meant to say. What I'm saying is this. You gotta, just understand that it's a major injury and it takes time to come back from it properly. And I wouldn't expect to see him back anytime this season. Just being honest. Watch on the local news start July. Let me mute it because I don't want to hear it. And we'll watch it at the same time. Let me get out of that. Go back over here. And Baltimore with a nice stop, bringing up a 3rd and 5. Wiggins doing his thing, keeping the ball out of the hands of, who is that? Is that Laporta? I've got the screen small for a reason. But either way it goes, Goff had the guy, but a great play on defense by the Ravens, bringing up a 3rd and 5, 8:48 left to play here in the fourth quarter in Baltimore, with the Ravens down by 4 to the Lions. Both teams 1-1 here in this 25-26 NFL season, and we've got a flag. As soon as I started commentating, fucking flag. Fucking swallow the whistles. Yesterday's game, I was watching the Eagles game, and I'll tell you, there was a lot of help from the refs. A lot of calls that weren't made, a lot of false starts, a lot of delay games, and a lot of luck. And I don't even believe in luck. I don't believe in luck. But it just, not that I was worried, like I said. I thought the whole time the Eagles had it, they were just needing a little bit of focus and direction and a good fortune, not luck. There's a difference. But yeah, Fred VanVleet, 9 to 12 months is my estimation as far as how long you can expect him to be out with an injury like that. It's just, that's what it is. It's unfortunate, especially for a guy like VanVleet and a story like he's got, coming from where he came from and working his way to where he is. It's amazing. That I wish him nothing but the best in way of recovery, and I hope that it goes well. Goff throws an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5, and it looks like Lamar is going to get the ball back again with 8:42 left in this fourth quarter. Baltimore down by 4 to the Lions. Excuse me, it gets in my eye. Oh, man. I hope everybody's had a great Monday out there. I couldn't say that my Monday was eventful at all. I was able to just kind of lay down. I had a chance to watch some movies because anytime, and I don't really watch movies a lot, and I didn't want to read anything, and I just, like I said, I couldn't sleep, which isn't abnormal, but it's frustrating. I just say that, and when it frustrates the family, it makes it even more frustrating to me because I'm not trying to frustrate the ones I love. They suffer as much as I do. Maybe not the same way in a physical sense with pain, but they suffer with me, and it's a shame. But I expected more, and I expected better out of America. But that's a different story for a different day that I would love to get into once I have a chance. Into all this nonsense that I've got going on, which isn't nonsense, it's all serious stuff, is done. But until then, mum's the word, unfortunately. Right now we have a commercial. Guess what? It's about food. Or it was just about food. Now it's now it's a Target commercial. Always something. Money, 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 money. Always about the money. What else did I hear that was wild? I don't even want to talk about the Kawhi Leonard Clipper thing because I don't care. Pablo Torre, if you want, do me a favor. Investigate my leg and the people responsible for that. You want to investigate something else? A little bit more risque, a little bit more, I don't know, dangerous, possibly. Go digging in around what happened with Charlie Kirk. See what you can find. When it comes to that, am I done talking about it? I don't know if I'm done talking about it, but I'm tired of being manipulated and lied to, and don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining. And I'm not that stupid, and I don't think any of you are either. So when your narrative falls apart and it didn't make sense to begin with, and more things keep coming out, if everybody were to put together what they had clipped from that day, and whenever you're streaming, I'd love to join. You can come on right now. Here's a link. Shit, I thought I put it in earlier. It's an open show. Anybody and everybody's welcome to come up here on here anytime. There's a link for you. Come on in. I'd love to have you. And Discord, I don't understand very much. I got a Discord, but I don't do anything with it. I got a Discord, I don't do anything with it. StreamYard, there's the link right there. It's on Twitch, it's on Kick, it's on YouTube. If you're watching from another platform, you can go to any other platform, clearly. Facebook's been weird. Facebook and Instagram, I got myself a larger following than I do on YouTube. YouTube, I got nothing. Twitch, I got nothing. Kick, I don't have very many. Rumble, I don't have very many. And that's okay. It doesn't really make a difference. Somehow, some way, it's 1st and 10, but it's not the Ravens' ball. Unless that was a replay of something that I missed, but that looked like the Lions were, I don't know, I might have missed something, who knows. Good God. Maybe you shouldn't drink those energy drinks and you can go to sleep. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the advice, but it doesn't work. It doesn't matter what I take or what I don't take, what I do or what I don't do. I can cut out caffeine completely. Join your stream. Well, get on. Shit, player. I don't know if I can. Clearly, I can't get on my Discord right now. Yeah, what? Face mask, second down against Lions. So that'll take back that nice gain. Hello. You can join. There's a link right there. You're welcome to get on here. Go ahead and join. Anybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. It's a live panel show. It's just the way it goes. A lot of people try to be original, do what they want to do. I'm no different. I just do it my own way. And right now, 2nd and 22 after the penalty. Goff in the shotgun, single back set to his left, gives it up, and looks like he might get a gain of 1. That was swift. So, bringing up a long 3rd and 21. I have to see what happened. Was there there was a fumble. Okay, that makes sense. I missed it. Aiden Hutchinson was able to strip the ball off from Derrick Henry. That is why I didn't have a stroke and stroke out, so that makes me feel better. All right, we're good. We're good. 3rd and 21, Goff, single back set, Swift on his left, trips left. He's got instant pressure, puts it up, and that's going to be thrown short. That's going to be a 4th and 21, and we should see the field goal unit come out to attempt what looks to be roughly, let me see where they've got that ball spotted at. Should be roughly a 44-yarder. But yesterday's games, we all saw how field goals went. Some went better than others. Yeah. And unfortunately, aside from the repeat clip that I'm using, that's all original, cut myself, you can't really even see because I've got this laid over. And field goal is up, and it was a 45-yard attempt as opposed to a 44-yard attempt. I apologize. And the field goal is good. Back to a 7-point game, 31-24. Detroit in the lead. And still plenty of time left, 6:35 left in this fourth quarter in Baltimore. Derrick Henry still can't believe he fumbled. Yeah, well, I'm sure the people that bet on you not fumbling can't believe you fumbled either. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah. I don't know what Houston, Fleet was pretty big deal. I don't know what they're going to do in way of trying to get somebody to be able to fill that void. Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. They've got guys that could obviously take over and play the position, but to be as effective and efficient as Van Vliet, I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, it's all we can do is wait and see. It's a Geico commercial, by the way, so I can't really tell you anything good. They're all fucking stupid commercials that end up costing you more money. In the long run, they end up costing you and me and everybody else more money. Why? You don't know about insurance? No shit. Haven't heard of it before. Really? Just in case. Just in case money. That's not my own terminology either. I think Chris Rock said that. Just in case money. Well, what if I never even end up using it? Do I get a refund? Do I get it back? Nope. You sure don't. They don't even give you a discount nowadays. They say they do, but they don't. Because they raise the rates on you for a bullshit reason. Like their fucking commercials. State Farm, probably the worst of them. Bunch of fucks in their stupid fucking commercials. I don't care if they got Patrick Mahomes or fucking Kalen Clark or Aiden Hutchinson or Derrick Henry. I'm sure that none of them are doing it for philanthropical reasons in a way of not charging for their time. Yeah. Or Megan Trainor, whatever the hell. All about that base bullshit. Yeah. I think not. I can live without the bullshit commercials and rather have a lower rate and good coverage and take care of my shit like you should when it ever comes down to me having to need your services. But I'm just saying, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Am I going to deep dive more into a Charlie Kirk thing later on after the game? I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm not trying to give it any credence. I already told you. I think everybody's full of shit. And nobody knows what they're talking about. And everybody who says something about it has somebody else to refute what they've got in one way or another. Nobody's being honest about anything. So I don't want to contribute to shit that may or may not be. Nothing's adding up as far as what the official FBI story is. And, that's a problem. Because, like I said, nobody likes being lied to. There's a lot of things you can lose in this world and get back, but there's also a lot of things in this world that you can lose and never get back. One of those things is trust. If you can't trust your government, which already doesn't have the greatest fucking records, in my opinion, with the people that it's supposed to protect and represent, then you're just dealing with the entity of evil in a lot of senses. And on first down, Lamar looks like he tries to throw, and was that a sack or was that? Yeah, that was a sack. 6 sacks by the Lions tonight. Unbelievable. Like I said, this game, whether I win or lose, it doesn't really affect anything because it doesn't drop my average below 11 games. I just need to do better for the next week and the week after. What really got me was Ohio, the state of Ohio. I got one Ohio team that's not worth a fuck that ended up winning, and the other Ohio team that should be worth at least a decent fuck ended up losing. So you tell me. 2nd and 16, Lamar finds a man, has his man, running. Is that Justice Hill? And it is. Picks up probably about 5 and gets back with Lamar loss. So we're looking right now, 3rd down and roughly 6. Sorry, 3rd down and 12. I apologize. He barely got past that line of scrimmage. It was a 3rd and 16 now, or 2nd and 16 now. It's 3rd and 12, so he picked up 4 yards. I thought he did better than that, but clearly I was wrong about that too. Shit. Lamar back there. Justice Swift. Lamar looking, using his legs, running away, getting chased down behind and brought down after he picks up a modest gain of maybe 3 yards, 4 maximum, which is going to bring up a 4th down. What are you going to do now with 4:46 left in this game? 4th and 9. Come on, Lamar. How do you have Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Hopkins, Justice Hill, who the fuck else is on there? Zay Flowers. You got like a super team when it comes to football. I don't even hear about the Chiefs. Don't even start me about the Chiefs. The Chiefs took care of business just like they were supposed to, being shorthanded and not even having the top players in the games that they lost. They ended up beating themselves. Not to take away from the other teams that played against them, but the Chiefs did them a lot of favors. That's all I'm saying. Eagles are fine, and you know what? Chargers are fine, but Chiefs shot themselves in the foot. The other teams played great, and they got the win. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So, very well. That's all I got to say about that. But those people out there doubting the Chiefs, thinking something's wrong with them, yeah, not having your best players is kind of a big deal. And when the players that are available and that are in there make mistakes, it doesn't make winning the game any easier. Pretty fucking simple. And on first down, that's going to be a nice little run, but it eats up clock. And yard-wise, doesn't do much, but took off a little bit of the clock. 2nd and 3, pick up a 7, and defensive coordinator, Kelvin Shepard. 2011, he was a 3rd-round pick in Buffalo, played 107 NFL games. All right, well, he wins the game, and good for him. 2nd and 3, Detroit with the ball, handing it off, running up the middle, and he's got the first down, and the clock just keeps on ticking. Detroit might upset the Ravens, but you never know. You never know. I've seen weirder shit here happen. Baltimore with all 3 timeouts left, Lions with 1. Lions are able to score again and make it a 2-possession game, then it's going to make it all that more difficult for Baltimore to come back and do anything. But you know what? There was similar situations in yesterday's games, and some of them that did involve the, some wild plays at the end, to say the least. So expect the unexpected. Another run up the middle this time. Not quite as much. Looks like he's got about 2 yards there on this one, which is going to bring a second down and 8. Clock's down to 3:20 and some change. So we got a close one here with 3:12 left to play in the game. Lions up by a touchdown against the Ravens at home, and just over 3 minutes left. Second down and 8. 6 sacks for the Lions. 0 sacks for the Ravens. 0. None. Don't get it. Goff under center. Looks like he's handing it off on the delay. Got another 2-yard, maybe 3-yard gain on that one. Going to bring up probably a 3rd and 5 here. The clock's still running. About a second difference between the game and the play clock, so they can't run it down, I don't think, because there is that second difference, like I said. So they'll have to run a play before the 2-minute warning, and it is 3rd and 5. I don't believe that there's still not a chance for Baltimore to get the ball back and potentially score and tie the game. But in order for that to happen, they've got to make sure they move the ball forward without turning it over. In the meantime, Jared Goff gets it off with just about a second left, throws it off to the right, and Swift takes it, gets stopped, and we're at 1:56, which is now the 2-minute warning. 4th down and short. I doubt Dan decides to gamble, and I'm sure that he's going to put it on his defense, which has been outstanding this evening against this fucking Ravens offense that has been at times, to say lackadaisical and lethargic would be too kind. Oh, it's State Farm commercial with Derrick Henry. Like I said, it's not, I don't think it's cheap. I don't think it's cheap for, Derrick Henry to go do a commercial. I don't think that he's like, yeah, I'll do that commercial. Don't worry. It's on me. Free of charge. Fuck out of here. Maybe you give me free insurance, full coverage, 0 deductible and everything for life, no matter what. No questions asked. Give me some kind of super sweet ass deal that doesn't even make sense. I'll do it. Shit. I was talking to a guy on the phone. I don't remember. I don't remember who he was. Some jack off for AT&T. And if you work for AT&T, I don't think you're a jack off. This guy just was. And he didn't know shit about his job, which is normal because I could tell he was a young individual. I like to say with a young guy. You never know nowadays. But, tell the motherfucker, I've got the answers to questions you haven't even thought about asking yet. Little young ass needs to shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm telling you. And he said, this is what the funny part was. He said, you punk bitch. Just like that. You punk bitch. And I started laughing my ass off because the way he said it, I'm like, man, look, I'm not even going to get mad at you, man. I'm not even going to get mad at you because you just gave me a good laugh. You try to grow a pair of balls on the fucking phone with me real quick, bro. I respect you for that. I'm not going to come down there and kick your ass or nothing. I don't know. You just fucking made me laugh, and I appreciate it. You don't even have to take care of my motherfucking problem. You gave me a chuckle. Yeah. Punk bitch. Speaking of punk bitches, Jimmy Kimmel got his Show reinstated. Everybody okay now? Everybody gonna be all right? Everybody gonna stop talking shit now that Jimmy Kimmel is gonna be back on tomorrow night? You guys gonna have like a welcome back Jimmy party? 4th and 2. Dan's is going for it, and Goff's got the ball, goes for it, has his man. Gambling Dan. He does it. He gets the first down. Minute 50, but a flag is thrown. And this one, it looks like it's going to stay. It's going to be against the defense, and that's a hold. So penalty is declined by the Lions. Minute 50 left to play. Baltimore still with all 3 timeouts. Down by 7. Don't know what to say. Other than the fact you had one-on-one coverage, man got free. He got held up at the line, got beat, didn't have safety help. You had your safeties back far too deep instead of moving over and seeing where you had that one-on-one coverage as opposed to getting in front of the line. You could tell, obviously, they were in a position to where they're going to throw the ball, and you knew you didn't need to be that deep, but you were anyway. Why did you have safeties back that deep? Now, either way, neither one of them my team. I don't really care. And Lamar got a lot of hair. Man, Lamar hair is fucking. You look crazy hairy. I got a lot of hair too. I got the hat on. You can't tell though. Lions just running it out. Looks like Swift is in for another touchdown, and he is. That's going to bring the game now to a 37-24 lead with the extra point coming now. Minute 42 left in this fourth quarter in Baltimore, where the crowd is pretty quiet because I have the mic on mute and I can't hear them. But I would imagine that they're probably not cheering. I'm sure there's some Lions fans there, but aside from that, yeah, no. So all the mighty have fallen at some point or another, right? Detroit, they fell in week 1, if I recall correctly. Baltimore, they end up falling, but they also won. So you got a lot of 2-1 teams. You got a lot of 1-2 teams. You got some undefeateds left still, like at this point. Who's left undefeated? Fuck, I don't care. There were like 6 teams yesterday, and I don't give a shit. The Bills and some other assholes, but Eagles, Bucks, Bills, Bucks, Bills, and 3 other guys. So it'll be interesting. I know the Bucks and the Eagles play next week in Tampa. Whatever you do, do not wear the old school uniforms. Please do not wear the old school uniforms. And if you do, don't wear the all white. Wear the orange one. Wear the orange jersey. Please don't wear the white one, please. I like it. It's fire. But it doesn't bring you good fortune. I'm just being honest. And aside from that, the extra point was good by the Lions. So now we have a 38-24 ball game, which is a 14-point 2-possession game with a minute 42 seconds left. Am I saying it's over? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying it's over. So yeah, so Jimmy Kimmel, he'll be back. I'll play a clip. I'll play some clips of a few things after this because I just like to get a little extra time in. And like I said, what else I did this weekend? I watched some movies. Like I said, after I did, I saw the new Superman movie. I can make another video about a review, or I can just tell you to watch it if you don't mind shitty superhero movies that are, they got some one-off comic one-liners that are whatever. But aside from that, just goofy as hell. You got, what else did I watch? One that I was really looking forward to, 28 years later, I thought it was going to be fire. It was dumb as shit. It was dumb as fuck. Couldn't believe it was that bad. Still not as, it was worse than Superman. definitely worse than Superman. Superman was like a mixture of what James Gunn. It was like Guardians of the Galaxy meets like just a bunch of shitty superheroes with no real identities or backstories or anything. They just come out of nowhere and there's a flying dog in Superman. 28 years later, you would think 28 years would make a big difference. Clearly not to the British. The UK still looked like shit. You had a bunch of fucks on a fucking island that's got a land bridge when there's low tide and high tide. Obviously, you can't cross it. Too strong a current, etc. So, yeah, whatever. And you got a new breed of a zombie in there and some other bullshit, but it really disappointed me. What else did I watch? I know I saw something else, and I usually don't watch TV. I just did it because I wanted to get away from the books for a little bit, and I don't really. I'm either reading books or I'm looking at statistics of things, or I'm just doing random research. And I was also looking at that lot of cards that I had purchased. I got some. I paid what, $55 or $60 for 10, 12,000 cards, all modern, all new, parallels, inserts, numbered, rookies, some autos in there. And I'm talking about all within the last, from 2017 to this most recent cards you can get. Other than, obviously, there's no cards of, the Panini Instants. They haven't come out for the NBA, so there was none of that. But all the new guys for the NFL and the NBA class that was not just drafted, but the one before that, all those guys. So that was awesome. Congratulations to A.J. Wilson, 4-time MVP of the WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces. So congratulations to her. Best player in the game, has been for a long time now. That's awesome. And, Fever and the Aces, they played last night. I didn't get a chance to watch the game because the Chiefs were also playing. And, I don't remember. Like I said, yesterday was just one of those days that, I don't know. It was weird. And then today was Monday, and, just, I wasn't even going to go on, but I felt need to be able to get on here at least for a little bit and touch on the game and some Chiefs talk and some sports talk in general, and just, shoot the shit, if you know what I mean. But that's me. Eric DeCosta, the Raymond's EVP and the GM. Coach Harbaugh, with 35 seconds, you're not win this game. I don't even know why you got your starters out there unless you just want to see somebody get hurt. You're down 14 points. You're not going to win. I don't care what you do. And now we have listen, they scored a touchdown. They're going to go for a 2-point conversion. The odds of it aren't impossible. I'm not saying that why are you going for 2? Why are you going for 2? All right, go for 2. It's fine. So they're going for 2. It's 30-38. There's 29 seconds left. Baltimore's got 2 timeouts, and the Lions have 1. Obviously, there's going to be an onside kick attempt. Now, let's assume that the onside kick attempt is no good, which statistically, that would favor it. And let's see what happens with this 2-point attempt. I don't know why you're going for 2. It doesn't really make a great deal of sense to me, but you do what you do. And Lamar is going to throw it, and it's not going to go. And you used to have an 8-point game as opposed to a 7-point game. But there's a flag, and it's going to be roughing against the Lions. Or is it? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, holding against This one's going to be all right. So you have offsetting penalties. You had holding against the defense, and you had legal man downfield against the offense. So you are going to replay the down, or you decline the penalties. Yeah, you're you're still going for two. Lamar said backfield's empty and throws it away. The exact same situation. Went for two, didn't get it, still down by 8 as opposed to 7. Why didn't you go for the one? I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But you know what? I don't have any skin in this game. I don't really care. It doesn't make me a bit of difference as far as where my odds are. It doesn't hurt my averages. And it's early in the season, so I don't care. I don't give a shit. Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, the Chargers are in. Are the Chargers undefeated? Yeah, the Chargers are undefeated. The 49ers are undefeated. Chargers, 49ers, Bills, Eagles, Buccaneers, and Colts. I believe are the 6 undefeated left, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just thinking through every division right now without having to look it up, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. I feel pretty confident in that. I know the Steelers lost. Yes. The Chiefs lost twice. I'm well aware. Onside kick is recovered by the Lions. 27 seconds left. And let's see what happens. 27 seconds of pain and suffering for these fans is what it is. Dan Campbell with the W. And Jordan Love couldn't get it. You know, Packers couldn't beat the shitty Browns. Yeah. Browns. Ugh. It's gross. Ugh. Whole state of Ohio. I know a lot of cats from Ohio. I got friends from Ohio. They couldn't wait to get out. They couldn't wait. Like, ugh. And I've been through Ohio plenty of times. Harbaugh's calling it a game. Boom. Done. Next, you know who the Ravens play? Kansas City. In Kansas City. You already know who I'm picking. So, yeah. It's going to be a welcome reunion for D-Hop. Can't wait to see you back here in KC. You worthless sack of shit. And then, yeah. I think it'll be a good ass whipping, especially if we get Worthy back and he's healthy and can play, and Kelsey contributes and we're able to run the ball. Yeah, the Chiefs will beat the Ravens. I can guarantee it. I will guarantee it, actually. They will be a pick. And that's the game. That's that. Can I show an interview by Jared Goff? Probably not. So we're not even going to try it. But what can I show? Dun, dun, dun. That's that for the game. Let me close that out because I don't care anymore. I don't care no more. I don't care no more. There's a video out that I said I was going to share and view in way of educational purposes, of course. And this is something that every time that I try to upload it, even though I got it blurred out, I don't know. I got a similar video that all you can add on here. I can try to show it, but there's no guarantees. But I will show this one because it's close to the video that I've got. And I'll back this up. This is similar to the video I got, except the video I got has more detail and a few more question marks. And it's the one that I have, even if I edit it out a little bit more, you'll see some mysterious stuff. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this one, but I'll do the best I can. This is damn eyes. Range Day Bro. Check him out. Cool dude. Looks like somebody that, you know, he's got a lot of cool tools back there. And yeah, it seems like a decent human being from what I can tell. Wants to abolish the ATF, likes guns. Yeah, I can fuck with him. Let's play this video and check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have acquired proof that the FBI's official story is false, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We're going to have an entire monologue and talk about a lot of these things after I show you this. But if you take nothing else away from this video, you need to see this.
And in that video, you can see the same, what appears to be the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself.
We're not coming gang violence. Great.
So this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle he is showing the shot coming from, showing where Charlie was sitting, and the angle of the shot, which will correspond with this video here, which unfortunately we will blur out Charlie's face, but we will show what is necessary to prove that this was an entry and exit wound. So you'll see him circle the highlighted area right there, and you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, split second after, as it would from an entry and exit wound. So in this footage, you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back right, and there's blood splatter coming out of the entry wound immediately after a shot. The first arc is kind of down as if it's just gushing out from the entry wound. And then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward, that fluid then flips up in relation to that motion. So you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into the air. This is something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because...
Now, the video I have is very similar to this, except I've got more detail and more than just what you see here and what you're about to see that he's got circled. I've got stuff even higher up to where the cameras are mounted that are flying around that are kind of suspicious. Kind of hell, they're very suspicious. And we'll talk about that.
Because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this.
I've been looking at it, not obsessing over it, but I've been watching it already. I've found it. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but for whatever reason, they don't want it to be uploaded, and I'll upload it again, but they keep blocking it. So I'll try it and see what happens, but no guarantees. And I'll show you this weird shit I'm talking about. I wonder if I could share it from my phone. I'll figure it out real quick.
And created this video. You'll see him here in just a moment, but let's just one more time look at this shot. You see,
but see, here's the thing about what he's saying. When this is out here already and the blood splatters there, that blood splatter is going to happen. All right. Once there's impact, all right, the velocity and the energy that is being transferred from that round is going to cause there to be a hole, which is always going to be smaller as far as entry goes than exit goes. But we're not sure what the caliber is. They're saying it's a 30-06. They're saying it's a 308. And if you're not familiar with aught means 0. So a 30-06, a 308, which is going to be the equivalent of a 7.62 NATO, 7.62 NATO, as opposed, which is 7.62 by 5.1 as opposed to 7.62 by 3.9 Russian AK, 5.56 or 2.23 Remington 2.23 and 5.56 are going to be smaller than your 7.62 by 3.9 Russian, and smaller than your 308, which is the equivalent of 7.62 by 5.1 NATO round. Okay, are we all on the same page at that point? All right. Any one of those from the distance that he's saying, which is going to be, let's even call it 100 yards. Let's call it 300 feet, which it may be, would blow your fucking head off. It will blow your fucking head off. Any of those rounds are designed to maim you. They're talking about as far as an intermediate round versus round that's more powerful, one that's hotter, whatever. You're still talking about something from that distance that will fucking blow your head the fuck off. It'll blow it the fuck up. I'm telling you. You can go look at ballistic shit all you want. You can ask, you know what? Go ask an officer. Go ask an officer. Or you can ask your military buddies or whatever you want to do. And I'm not claiming to be an expert on anything. I wasn't in the military. I wasn't in law enforcement. You know how I feel about law enforcement. And don't take this the wrong way. As much as I might not agree with what law enforcement does when you try to enforce laws with force, which is what enforcement is, it's not them as much as it is the laws that they're enforcing. Now, you also have some bad actors, some bad characters who probably shouldn't be in the positions that they're in, but what do? That's life. That's people. That's the way it is. But like I said, as much as I might not might not agree with them and disagree with them in a lot of the things that they do, not for 1 second do I not appreciate what they do or think that we would be better off without them. No. Not even close. I've had my fucking beefs with them for a long time, since I can remember. Even now, to this day, I can't talk about it yet. So I got cases coming up. But like I said, once they're done, we can talk about it. In the meantime, what he's saying is that the blood, let me rewind this. You'll see here for yourself. There's a hole right there. Okay, the hole's there. Let me just rewind it to about a minute. It's about an 8-minute video, so let's just start again. Here we go.
Up into the air.
But the hole.
This is something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and created this video. You'll see him here in just a moment, but let's just one more time look at this shot. You see bullet comes in that circled area. You have the blood splatter go down, then up, and then immediately after, you see the exit right here with the skin being pierced, and then the exit wound emerges. And again, that is not a far distance for a bullet to travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30-06. It's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter what caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true. Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying, but this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head, and it exited through the front of his throat. All of the evidence points to Charlie being shot from his back right. Now, including this little blood splatter that we can see here against the white backdrop, the extreme hemorrhaging from the front of his neck, which again corresponds with an exit wound, the extreme loss of blood. No matter what the caliber is, that distance, that amount of meat is not enough for most bullets to expand. I mean, 99.9% of bullets will not expand in that short distance. Most of them require 12 to 14 to 16 inches even sometimes of tissue to expand properly. Also, Charlie tensing up correlates and proves that he was hit in his spine. It's a spinal injury. Any of the game that I've shot in the neck or in the high vitals where you impact the spine, the game usually drops right in its tracks because you sever the spinal cord. This is, again, exactly what we see with Charlie. He tenses up. His head movement also correlates with being shot in the back of the head. His head snaps forward, and then he tenses up, and you see him fade away, drop the mic, and was absolutely traumatizing video footage. And I'm sorry to have to show you guys this again, but this needs to be seen and talked about because this is going to be suppressed in the algorithm. So make sure you share this with any of your friends, your family members. Save this video, whatever you need to do. So this video was actually provided to the channel by a friend of mine who is a Marine, and I forgot to show you the end of the video here. So this is my friend who actually made the video. I want to just give him a shout out. I will link his socials down in the description below. Again, he is the one who brought this to my attention. This is his video. He created this. He did the drawings on it, and he sent it to me to allow me to use it to show you guys what we're talking about. So he says, I have been shot many times, 3 times to be exact. and I know exit and entry wounds. I have extensive firearms training inside the Marines and the civilian world as well. It appears that Charlie was shot in the back right side of his head, and the bullet exited through his neck. The moment I saw the video and he tensed up, I thought, that looks like a headshot given the fact that he seized up. It is very common. It is a very common occurrence with a headshot. So this dude, of all people, would know what an entry and exit wound looks like on his own body, literally up close in 4K HD, as they say. So if anyone is qualified to talk about it, it is this dude. He is a super cool guy. So please go ahead and check him out. And I really appreciate him sending me this over, because until he sent this to me, I just hadn't seen anything like it. Now, I wanted to be sure, and I wanted to make sure that wasn't like doctored footage. So I went to one of the original videos that I saw posted the day of Charlie's assassination. And right here, I have it paused where you can see that splash that I'm talking about from the entry wound. And you can see it slowed down. This guy in this video is actually talking about the F in this on his shirt and the ring, some other stuff that really has nothing to do with it. If you're arguing about body armor, you could see Charlie's his nipples through his shirt, his chest, his breasts through his shirt, but you can see that he has no body armor on right here. Okay, this would all be one slick piece of plate. It's already been established there's no body armor, so this is actual proof right here. He slowed this video down perfect. You see the blood right here dripping out of his head from the entry wound, and the bullet is coming from here down through here. Okay, hit play, and there it goes. So again, I wanted to confirm the footage I had seen originally was not, in fact, doctored in any way. So you can see it here as well, a little piece down there, and it actually goes up a little bit off frame here from my screen recording. So you can see clearly entry, exit, then, of course, the part we can't show here on YouTube. So irrefutable evidence that he was shot in the back of the head. Clear as day to me. Now that may be a hard pill for a lot of you to swallow, and without doubt, the non-player characters who just buy into the narrative, as well as the thousands and hundreds of thousands of bots, will likely attack me in this video because I'm showing the truth. I'm going to ask for you guys to share this video so that this word gets out, so that more people can see the truth of what happened to Charlie Kirk. I want to take a look at this photo next. This guy's talking about this bush up here in the top left of this photo, and he zooms in on it, and he's stating that it does look suspicious. It does look suspicious. It looks like there is a person right here, and it looks like there is a rifle right here that the person is holding. A hand here, support hand, sort of very blurry image, but you can clearly make out that this is not just a bush. This is a human skin tone right here, and this correlates with human head and hair and a rifle in the exact kind of crucifix shape of an AR-15 with an optic on it mounted up. So good on this dude for finding this photo and looking for, like he said, hours of going through photos and videos until he saw this. This would 100% line up with the actual shot that we've now proven was not taken from the front, was taken from the back side of Charlie. This would line up exactly with that bullet trajectory and the entry and exit wound that we exhibited, that we saw here on camera. So guys, this is a very heavy topic. I do not want to believe that this is possible, that the FBI either knowingly or unknowingly missed this. And I'll leave that up for you guys to speculate on. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. All I know is that 100% Charlie was not shot from the front. It is very clear that he was shot from the side, most likely by this bush up here, this man in the bush, whatever you want to call him. It has been very clear to me that there has been a lot of NPCs, a lot of people going after me and others who are trying to seek out the truth. And it's so important to not let them silence your voice for Charlie, for this country, really, for the Constitution, for everything that we stand for freedom. It is imperative that we continue to ask questions and seek the truth when we're so clearly being lied to. So I really appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me over the last week and trying to uncover the truth. And all I would ask is for you guys to share this video. Let me know about your thoughts down in the comments below. Please head to BrainJBro.com if you want to support the channel. Check out our merch, all that good stuff. I love every single one of you guys. Christ is king. Drink a lot of water. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. BrainJBro out.
Charlie said, that there was no such thing.
So there you heard and saw. Let me put myself back up here 1 second. So you heard, you saw I'm waiting for this to do its thing right here. While I'm doing that, let me see if I can't get this to cooperate with me. Won't let me find it real quick. Media, sub-projects. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Because I got this video. Let me back out of here. Back out of that. There's that. Projects. Where is it? Just about done. Just about done. Trying to find everything here. Where the hell are you? Let me find you. And I'll show you this. And then you guys tell me what the hell we're looking at. Why are you not coming up? Where are you at? How much longer you got? Let me try it a different way. Let me see if this works. All right. So let me do this. Let me open this up. Downloading, yada yada yada. You just tell me what this shit is right here. Then I won't have any questions. If you can just answer this question and tell me what this shit is, we good. It should be up a lot faster now. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm gonna go back to this so I could share this. Application window. I don't need to share audio. It's downloading. I'm going to show you this video. I've got it slowed down so much that an 8 or maybe a very small clip I've got about 6 minutes worth, and we don't necessarily have to go through it all and examine it and go through anything crazy, but I do want to show you this. It'll be here in just a moment. All right, so let me pull this up here. Oops. I'll be able to see. All right, that's not really that big. Let's make it big. All right, so now that's big. Let me make sure that you guys can see this. Hold on. Sorry. It's not my first time, no. I've done this before, yes. And here we go. I'm going to share this full screen. Let me make this big. I'm going to share this full screen. You guys look at this. I'm going to make this full screen, and I'm going to have my mouse circling what I want you to watch. And just tell me what this stuff is. You don't, I'll try to not show any bloody stuff or anything like that. But just tell me what you think these things right here are. And let's go from there. Make it big. Full screen. Good. And let me play this video. It's like this for the first few seconds. I don't know why it did it like that. All right, let me back up now. It'll stop doing this in just a second. I didn't edit this in a way of doing anything other than try to clean it up. So it's not been altered in anything. Now, here's what we're going to pay attention to. It'll be up here in just a second. It's, like I said, super slow. Now, let me just back up a little bit. All right, now watch. Here's a few things just to look at. You'll see me circle them here in a second. It's going super slow, so just bear with me. That camera's panning up, okay? Now watch up here, right here where I got my mouse going. And I want you to pay attention to this area, right here, and watch. Tell me what this shit is. You'll see it here in just a second. Because it doesn't make sense to me, and I don't know what it is. But maybe somebody can figure it out. Like I said, if we all pulled our resources together and showed everybody uploaded what they had, we'd be able to figure out everything without the bullshit ass lying FBI. But right here, watch right here, watch right here. Also, right here in this area. Let's check this out. I know it's going super slow. There's a reason for it. You're not going to see this anywhere else like this except for right here. Now, Charlie has an earpiece in. It's clear. Okay. It's coming around. There's a wire. It's going down through here. He does not have anything other than his t-shirt on. He's got a mic in his hand. I don't care about what they say as far as having anything bulletproof vest or armor or AR-500 or anything like that. No, he got no armor on, no vest, nothing. Eyes closed. I watch this shit. Okay. Everybody knows this part. Everybody knows that. There's a bull protruding. There's the hole. Okay. Now, tell me what this is. I'll show you. You'll see it here in a second. Pay attention to right here. Pay attention to this area right here. You'll see. Here. I don't... YouTube. There. It's blocked so you can't see anything that you shouldn't be able to see. Nothing that's crazy. Yes, there's obviously a little bit of blood. Yeah, we see that. It's blurred out. Can't see it. It's not there. Watch. We're going to move away from Charlie. Watch up here. Don't look at Charlie. Watch up here. Watch this. I know it's super slow. Like I said, I try to do what I could to not lose this. So watch what happens here. Might have missed it. Let me fast forward it a little bit. See this thing right here? Look at this. That's the first thing. That thing right there. What is that? What is that thing flying through the scene? Can you tell what that is? I can't tell what it is. And that's the same position I was telling you to watch earlier. Now, keep watching. I know it's not easy. Like I said, I try to blur out as much blood and the things you don't want to see as possible. But here, this is where the shit's weird. Don't look at Charlie. Look up here. Because you're going to miss it if you don't pay attention there. Watch. So you got an image up here. This right here is going to go from here to here. Watch. There it is right there. It was just right here. Now it's right here. And now it's down here. What is that? And now that's back up there. What the fuck was that? Let me play that back. I'll even play it up fast so you can look at it. It goes in 3 different spots. Here we go again. I know nobody wants to see this, so don't look at Charlie. There's a couple other things I could show you also that are kind of suspicious, kind of hell. More than suspicious. That's what you just saw with the blood splatter right there. Now, watch this up here. Watch up here. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Look up here. Look at that. Look up there. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, but you know what? There it is again. Watch. There's that thing. What is that? So that's flying down. Obviously, he's already hit, right? So what's flying down and going in a triangular motion? You see it now, right? You see exactly what I'm showing you. Ding, 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 ding. What are we looking at? Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. And if we go back to the very beginning and we look, and there's that thing that I was talking about flying. I'm sorry about the video, but I can slow it. There's the very beginning of it. What is it? What is that? And where is it coming from? Because clearly he's already hit and done. Then that comes flying. But when he gets hit originally, and we don't want to see this, just I don't want to show it either, but I want to find out what the fuck's really going on. There it is again. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. What the fuck is this that's going in that pattern? If I go forward, it goes doom, doom, doom. It's just ricocheting off of everything. I'm not showing it anymore. That's all. You saw it. That's it. That's all I wanted to show. You figure out what it is. You let me know, because I'm curious as fuck. I probably cut a short of it. Hopefully a short of it will cut, and YouTube will understand that it's for educational research purposes, not over here because I'm some kind of morbid fucking lunatic that wants to see fucking people get killed on fucking air. No, it's not at all. Not at all. I don't have any kind of morbid fascination, nothing like that. I don't like being lied to, so don't try to make anybody bullshit stories and expect for me to just be like, yeah, okay. All right, I can figure that out. That sounds right. Yeah, okay. Now the Bush person, you know, is there a possibility that someone is in a something ghillie suit-ish that could be confused for a Bush? Possibly, but wouldn't you hear that though? That's the thing. Wouldn't you hear it? But the echo would reverberate since there's a lot to it. There's sound, there's acoustics involved, there's ballistics, there's forensics. It wasn't treated like a crime scene. I mean, there's just a lot of shit that's just not cool, not kosher, not right about it. And like I said, you saw it. I wanted to show it to you. I didn't want to show it to you, but I showed it to you all the same. So you let me know what that is. If you can figure out what that is, we can probably figure out what happened. And if everybody pooled together their resources, I guarantee you, with as many people as there were out there, we could 100% figure out what happened without having to rely on the government. When you're scared and you're afraid and you're nervous and you're unsure and you don't know what's going on next, you don't know who to trust, the last person you want to trust is the government. Believe me, I'm telling you, the last person we want to trust is the government. So look at that clip I just showed you and figure that out. What the fuck did we just look at? I've looked at it. I don't know what it is. I've showed you in slow motion, super slow motion. He showed you the clip before. Figure out what that is in my clip. There's nobody else. I haven't seen that clip that I have by anybody else. That's the only place I've seen it is there. And the mystery object is, like I said, exactly that. It's after the fact, etc. So whatever it is, if you got anybody can figure that shit out, including FBI, send it to them. Let them know. You can figure it out. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on my email. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Hit me up on any kind of social media you want. Motherfucker, you can call me. I don't give a shit. Care what you do. Figure it out. I'll even give you a reward. I'll figure something out to compensate you. Don't worry about it. Let me know what you want. You want money? I'll give you money. You find out what that is, and we can figure out what the fuck happened. And if we all, like I said, pool our resources together, we can actually. We got enough video footage from everybody that was there present, 3,000 plus people, etc., to get to the bottom of it without having to rely on the government that isn't being honest with us. But that's what I'm telling you the truth. I've dealt here with the government for a long time. I'm not an old man. And I don't claim to know it all. I'm not an expert of shit. I'm just a regular guy that sits and does enough research independently and live life long enough to know the difference between when somebody's being honest and when someone's being dishonest. Don't piss my back and tell me it's raining. I'm not that fucking stupid. Don't be that stupid either. My audience is extremely intelligent. They know better. You can watch the videos if you just stepped in and check them out for yourself and tell me what you think. Let me know what those mystery objects that nobody else has shown you on any mainstream media. There's nothing on it on YouTube. I'm not telling you I'm the smartest guy in the world that's been able to see it, but we can confirm without a shadow of a doubt, you're not, he doesn't even have a silk shirt on. If you wonder why I said silk shirt, because silk is what originally they used to make bulletproof vests and things to resist the penetration or the damage from a round, a bullet, whatever you want to call it. So look at those two videos. One's 8 minutes, mine's 5 minutes, but I draw it out because I show you this mystery fucking object, and you let me know what you guys think. And if you can figure it out, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me just real quick tell you all thank you. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate your subscriptions, your patronage, your viewership. It means a lot to me. I appreciate the opportunity to earn your viewership. And I know I might not be on as often as I'd like due to the circumstance. Hopefully I get better quicker, sooner than later. And like I said, I'm dealing with the government when it comes to that part. So wish me luck. But anyway, I love all y'all. I don't even have to know you to tell you that. Every day I might not post or come on live, but I'm going to post you a Bible verse per every day, no matter what. For real. Guaranteed. 100%. And I want you guys to stay safe, stay vigilant, stay strong. Keep your head up. Keep your shoulders up. Puff out your chest. Let them know what's up. You ain't no punk. None of you. And I appreciate all you women out there that subscribe also, nearly 20% are women. I'm sorry, 12% of my subscribers are women. That's awesome. Thank you very much. My wife's a woman. My daughter, also a woman. My mom, she was a woman. That's another. So thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Love you guys and gals. Be safe. Let's have a great rest of the week. I can't guarantee we're going to be on tomorrow, but definitely Wednesday for the weekly winners. If you can figure out what's in those clips, look at them. Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some shorts now and do what I do. Do what I do. All right. You guys be safe. God bless you. I'll be back again, guaranteed. I'm going to be here Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central Time. So try to do that way. It's not too late for the East Coast, and the West Coast is catching up. And like I said, it helps the channel grow. And ultimately, in the position I'm in, I can somewhat do this. So thank you all for the opportunity. Have a great night. I'll talk to you guys again. God bless. Love you. Ugh.